Hey guys, it's Erin and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a video that I'm really excited about. I am doing a college Q&A and I do plan on doing a lot more of these because I have some really awesome questions and I always get like questions about college and DMs and stuff, and so I feel like it's easier and more helpful to everyone if I just answer it in a video, because then anybody that's about to go to college or anybody that's just curious can watch. I asked you guys on my Instagram story, so if you aren't following me on Instagram and you would like to ask questions in my next video I post, that's where I always ask for questions. My Instagram is right here on the screen. It'll also be in the description bar. It's also on my header on my channel. Let's hop in. I'm just gonna go through all the questions and pick my favorites or pick which ones you guys asked the most. So the first question is, how is Texas Tech? So if you guys watched my college decisions video, I'll link it below, but I said in that video that originally I was not going to go to Tech, and I'm not gonna lie, when I was first starting I was just nervous about going to Tech because everybody's like, Lubbock is so small, there's nothing in Lubbock, whatever. So I was nervous about Tech going in. I kind of had a thought in the back of my mind that there would be a chance I would end up transferring after my first year, and I can honestly say I was pleasantly surprised. First of all, Lubbock is a lot bigger than I thought it would be. Like, it's different. The area I'm from, it's like a bunch of towns that like aren't super big, so like you can just drive. If you need to go to like whatever store, you're gonna drive like two cities over to get there, and it's like a 20-minute drive. In Lubbock, it's like one really big city and everything's just in Lubbock. Like, once you get out of Lubbock there is nothing, but in Lubbock it has every restaurant, like every place to shop, like it has everything. So I really like that, and I love the environment of the campus. I love the Greek life there. I love my sorority. I've met the best friends and it's just been such an awesome experience. I love Tech so much, and it was definitely the perfect school for me. A lot of people ask, is the work in college really that hard? So I am a freshman, so obviously the workload I'm having right now is not like the peak or like the hardest amount of work or the hardest level of work I'm gonna ever have. For me right now though, it is not that hard. It's a lot like high school to me, except there's not busy work, which is awesome because I remember in high school it was just so much busy work, and it wasn't hard, but it was just like time consuming. But college is mainly like a couple quizzes, a couple tests, reading. There are definitely weeks where it's really hard, so like I'll have like 2 or 3 weeks where I'm kind of just cruising, like I'm just going to class, I have maybe a chapter to read or I have like a quiz, and then all of a sudden there will be 1 week where it's just like I have to study so much, like I have like 2 tests, whatever. So there are definitely hard weeks, but overall the work in general is not as bad as I expected it to be. That does not mean it's not going to get harder. What is the hardest part and what is the easiest part about being so far away from home? So the hardest part is just like having to do things on your own that you usually don't do. Like I've never had to make my own doctor's appointments and like go to the doctor by myself when I'm like when I was in high school and stuff. And I got sick in college a lot and I had to do that a lot. But I mean, it's not hard. It's just like weird, and like you just have to like, it's uncomfortable, like you're not used to it. But it's also really hard because I miss my parents, I miss my home, I miss my big bed, I miss home cooked food. The food is really where it gets me so much. I think the easiest part is it forces you to meet new people, and that isn't necessarily easy, but it's really nice that you get that opportunity, that you can just, you're so uncomfortable with like not knowing really anybody that you kind of have to do this. I don't know, I feel like that's not easy, but it's just like, it's the easiest way to meet so many new people. It's also easy because if you want to do something, you can just go do it. What are ways you stay healthy in college? And let me tell you guys, it is really hard. If I'm gonna be honest, I definitely did not keep up. At home, I eat super healthy, I work out like every day, and I really enjoy it. Oh, whoa. I really enjoy it, but definitely in college I let myself go a lot. Like it was, it just got to the point where it was so hard to keep up with everything that I just stopped trying to keep up with it, and I'm done doing that. Learned from that mistake. But one of the biggest things I can tell you is to grocery shop. Don't just depend on the dining halls, unless your school has like awesome healthy foods in your dining hall, but I feel like most don't. So definitely grocery shop, always keep some healthy snacks, some fruit, whatever you like, and try to eat your groceries more than you eat in the dining hall, or at least like rotate it. I think that was a big thing that I stopped doing is like at the beginning of the year I would grocery shop a lot and like eat apples and peanut butter for lunch and like healthy things that I enjoyed eating at home. And then after a while I just started eating the dining halls, and that's when it kind of like started declining. Walk to class, don't take the bus, that's a good one. Work out, keep up with your exercising. Like, you have so much free time in college, use it wisely. How do you balance your class, homework, and your social life? So I've always been pretty good with time management just because I've always had a lot on my plate. I've had like YouTube, and then I've had cheer, and I had school cheer, and then I had school for the majority of my life, or at least the past couple of years. And so I've gotten really used to having to time manage. That was definitely a skill that I developed that really carried over into college and helped me a lot. But it is hard because there's always something going on with your friends. Your friends always want to hang out, especially in the dorms. Like, they're probably down the hall, or they're your roommate, or they're like, you know, they're not ever too far away. You just have to do it. There's always going to be somebody that can't go to something, or can't hang out today, or can't go to lunch because they need to do this. And you're just going to have to go through that rotation, and eventually you're going to be that person where you're going to have to skip out on a Thursday night, or skip out on hanging out with your friends because you have to study. Like I said, like, there are weeks where you're like super busy and weeks where you're not. And so, yeah, you're just gonna have to let your friends know, hey guys, I got 2 tests this week. Like, you're not gonna see me. Like, see you guys later. Because that's just how it is. And so, you know, get through that hard week. And also, you can definitely take like study breaks and go hang out for a little bit, go get lunch. Something me and my friends like to do is we all go to the library and study together, which is a little bit less productive, but I still get stuff done, and I'm with my friends, which is fun. And then if I really need to like grind, like, I'll just go to a different section of the library for a little bit and be like, don't talk to me for like 30 minutes. I'll be right back. Is college really different than high school? Yeah. The work isn't really that different, like I said, besides just like busy work, and the tests are a little bit different. For freshman year anyways, it's really not that much different than what you're used to. It is really different in your social scene. If you do not like somebody, if someone is like just drama filled and you just don't vibe, you do not have to see them. You're not going to see the same people every day unless you make an effort to see them, which is different because in high school you're so secluded to just like a group of people or like a class. It's just very hard to branch out. But in college, that's all you do is just branch out and meet a bunch of people, which is awesome. You also have a lot more freedom than you did in high school for most people because you are responsible for feeding yourself and responsible for getting your homework done and making doctor's appointments and going grocery shopping and all that stuff. And everything is just bigger. Like, your classes are bigger. Like, the area you're in is just bigger. The people you're with, there's more. How time consuming is a sorority. She's a PS, I love your videos so much, and that is so sweet, thank you. It's honestly not that time consuming. Like, it depends how much effort you put in. So I did so-sing during homecoming for my sorority, and that was super super time consuming. I had like, gosh, probably like 9 hours of that a week, maybe more. Then on top of that, I would have chapter once a week, which is always like an hour, maybe 2. And so that was like super time consuming. But right now, like, I just have chapter once a week, which is like an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours once a week. And then I also took a position, but that hasn't started yet. I am gonna help with date parties, which is really fun, but that hasn't really kicked up yet. So obviously it will get more time consuming pretty soon, but it's really not bad. It just depends how much you put on your plate. Most essential things you find useful in college. Number 1, a planner. I'm a huge planner just in general, and I love getting new planners every year. I literally will write down everything I have for every single day and like really, really plan out my weeks because it just makes me feel less stressed. An oil diffuser for essential oils. It just helps when you're stressed or when you're almost getting sick. There's literally oils for like everything. A fan. So important because you never know. Dorms can be really hot or they'll be really cold, and I don't like being hot, so I need fans. Shower shoes. Crucial. Shower caddy, crucial. Leggings and sweats and sweatshirts, amazing. If you could redo the first semester over, what would you do differently or change? Honestly, nothing. Like, I know that sounds weird, but I've had the best semester. Like, seriously, best time of my life. Like, I've had so much fun. I've met so many awesome people. I've met the best friends in the world. I joined my favorite sorority in the freaking world. It's like perfect for me. Got my wings and my halo. What I would redo, I guess, if I had to say anything, is I would keep up with my healthy eating and keep getting in the gym because I didn't gain the freshman 15 but I did gain a little bit, and not a big deal, everybody gains weight, but I would have just liked to keep up with myself better and keep myself on track more with like my fitness that I used to do, because I definitely started to slack and I definitely paid for it. But we're getting back on track, everything's fine, not a big deal. Everything was literally so awesome and I can't wait to do it again. Those are all the questions I'm going to be answering in this video today. If you guys have any more questions, feel free to follow me on Instagram or just go ahead and comment them below and I'll keep up with them for the next video. And I love you guys so much, and if you have any video requests, always feel free to comment them below. Love y'all, bye.